Welcome in, everyone. Good morning. Opening day, WNBA. We're excited, but we are going to go over our live reactions on our roster cuts. Man, a lot has happened. I think we're surprised about a lot, so I'm excited to get into it. Let me know if there's any technical difficulties. I know when we both stream, sometimes we have a little bit of a lag. So comment if that happens. We'll try and fix it. But it's opening day. We're excited. Meg and I are going to the Valkyries game today. Meg, how you feeling?
Excited. I hope they can get a W on the first game.
If they
That might be asking for too much, but still.
If they beat LA, it's gonna be crazy. I know it's gonna be popping.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe sold out.
Yeah, I get that vibe. Yep.
Brooke said the preseason was like lit, so I'm
Brooke
excited.
will be there too.
Yes, Brooke will be there as well. Hopefully, we're going to be able to vlog some of the stuff and then give you guys, a background of the whole vibe in Chase Center. Because Brooke said the Chase Center for the preseason was popping. So for opening day, to make history, it's gonna be lit. So like I said, let's get into going over all the roster cuts. The rosters were final as of yesterday. So let's get our reactions. We're gonna start from the Eastern Conference to the Western Conference. So we'll start off with Atlanta. So Atlanta, we'll start with the cuts and then we'll go over who made the roster. How about that, Meg?
Yeah.
Okay, so cuts: Deanna Gaston, Cheyenne Sellers, Imani Jefferson, Maria Gokdang, Ashley Jones, Haley Jones. Let's just start off with the banger right off the top. Are you shocked Haley Jones did not make this roster?
I am. I feel like last year we saw a lot of growth from her.
Yes.
And I thought that they liked her, running point for them.
Mm-hmm.
But, new coach, so
yeah.
New vibes in Atlanta.
You know what's crazy, though? I don't think we ever regarded Haley Jones as a point guard. I feel like she was always a two guard. So her coming into Atlanta and them asking her to be a point guard, I feel like maybe kind of set her up for failure a little bit. I don't know. I mean, what are you kind of thinking about that aspect? Maybe that's why she didn't make the roster?
Well, it'll be interesting because Jordan Canada is hurt, right?
True.
So maybe they just finalize the roster and then they're going to pick up someone on an injured contract maybe. Because right now it's projected Jordan Canada's out for 2 weeks, but that it's not for certain that she's coming back.
True.
So to even start, I mean, I'm looking at potential starting fives.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I feel like they might have Ryan Howard bring the ball up.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, also, I think they love Tahina Paopao. So that really
do you think they're
going
to start her right away while Jordan's hurt?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm saying.
No, it's Shatori. Duh, why are we forgetting about Shatori? She's going to be point guard.
Shatori's not a true point guard either, though. She's a two guard.
I like Shatori Walker-Kimbrough. I think she's going to have a great season. I think she's going to be the starting five. Taylor Theory made Atlanta, though. I love Taylor Theory at Ohio State, so I'm excited for her. I was shocked, though, that Haley Jones was cut from Atlanta. I just don't think it was the right system. I still think she will be in the mix in the W. She just has to find the right fit. A big guard. They just have to have a system that plays to her strengths. I mean, is that kind of what you're thinking too?
Yeah, and I'm always curious when teams need to pick up players on that injured contract, like who that would be if they like someone in, if they bring them back. I wonder if that would be Haley Jones for them.
Yeah, maybe. It could be. New system, so I was going to say she knows the system, but it's a new one. But I mean, Atlanta's final roster: Naz Hillman, Tina Paopao, Jordan Canada, Taylor Theory, Ryan Howard, Nia Coffey, Alicia Gray, Brianna Jones, Shatori Walker-Kimbrough, Maya Caldwell, Brittany Griner. Solid. I like it. Let's go to the Chicago Sky. They cut Tilly Baller, Ariel Grantes, Sammy Pusis. Man, some of these names are hard. I'm sorry. Morgan Burch, Jessica Carter, Alex Wilson. I know when we were talking about the rosters of who's going to make it, in the beginning of training camp, we said maybe Morgan Burch will stick around, but we weren't super sold on it. So not too surprised that she did not make this roster. But Maddie Westbelt makes the Chicago Sky roster. Love to see it. What do you think in how her impact it will be on this team?
Yeah, I think when I looked at the cuts and who made the team, the only one that surprised me for cuts was Morgan. And it was probably between her and Maddie Westbelt,
Probably.
honestly.
Yep.
But I'm excited to see Maddie play. I mean, it's been
Mm-hmm.
a while to see her hit the floor, see what she can do to contribute to this team. But honestly, Chicago's cuts and keeps weren't as surprising to me.
No. I feel like right now, between the two teams, Haley Jones is the most surprising cut. But
Hmm.
Chicago's final roster: Elizabeth Williams, Haley Van Lith, Mariah Jefferson, Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rebecca Allen, Camila Cardoso, Kia Nurse, Onyenwere, Westbelt, Vandersloot, Banham. Pretty sure this is who we went with. I think we
Yeah.
were on the fence with Westbelt, I would say.
Hmm.
But she stretches the floor. Love to see it. Loved her at Notre Dame. I think she fits well in this group. Excited to see how they rotate her in. I'm excited for Chicago. I know we talked about it in our rankings. I think I'm
Hmm.
the most excited for Chicago. You and Brooke were kind of on the fence, but I mean, I see a path. And I like their coach, so
Hmm.
I like it. That one wasn't as shocking, so we didn't spend that much time on this on Chicago. Connecticut, on the other hand, oh my God, I feel like they had 100 cuts. Everyone,
Yeah.
buckle up. Cuts: Morgan Malley, Abby Sue, Maya Hollingshed, Camilla Borkowaska. I'm so sorry. Caitlin Bickle, Madison Hayes, Amy Okonkwo, Yvonne Anderson, Diamond DeShields, gone. I don't think this is a shocker. I think we all would have said, yeah, don't keep Diamond DeShields, injury history, all of that. But when it happened, I was still kind of shocked. I mean, what do you think
Hmm.
about Diamond DeShields being cut?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was the shocker. I mean, it's hard to see because I mean, like a few years ago, she was the number one pick,
Yeah.
and then she did deal with a lot of injuries and stuff. But Connecticut, it's all about their identity, right?
Yeah.
We're still trying to figure out what that looks like, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously they must have saw something because they brought a lot of people to training camp,
Oh my God, a lot.
and they tried to find an identity with what they got. So maybe she just wasn't clicking with other players or
Mm-hmm.
something. So it's hard to know. But the other thing I thought was interesting is Connecticut was the only team that was able to have an extra player because someone else committed to being overseas. Which I mean, we'll talk about with the
They suspended
Valkyries,
her
but
contract.
oh, so they're not
Yeah.
okay. So they don't have. So I'm a little confused by that. Do they? Will they still have rights to
Yeah.
her?
So they just temporarily suspend her contract while she's doing overseas commitments.
Yeah. So I'm wondering why other teams didn't follow suit in
No,
that
they
as
have.
well.
They have in the transaction page.
Uh
A
huh.
couple of teams have already done it.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
think there's a few teams that actually have room to pick up a player.
Gotcha. Well, I know. I mean, the are you talking about the Valkyrie? I think those they reported these people are still playing overseas right now. They got
Oh,
their
and never
contract.
reported. Okay,
Correct. Yeah, they're right now. They're in the middle of season. The
gotcha.
ones you're
Okay.
talking about Euro basketball, that's different. So that
Oh,
hasn't
okay,
happened
okay.
yet. So yeah. So those ones are because you're talking about Layla Lacan.
Well, she hasn't even, yeah, Layla Lacan, but even for the Valkyries, the rookie we drafted hasn't even showed up to practice and already said that she's sitting out the entire season and only playing overseas.
Who? Sorry.
Hold on, sorry, I'm the what is it, Laletti, the one we drafted.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Fifth overall, the one we
yeah.
drafted,
Uh-huh.
she already confirmed that she's not playing in the W this year. So I wonder why we didn't hold 13.
Did they suspend her contract?
No,
Interesting.
but new organization. Maybe they
I don't know
just.
what Valkyrie are doing. We're not even there yet. So let's stick with
Sorry,
Connecticut.
yeah.
Someone said your audio's messed up, but you
My
sound fine
audio.
on my end. So let me know in the comments. I don't know. They said your audio, but let me know what's wrong with her audio. Thanks. But Connecticut Sun roster: Marina Mabry, J.C. Sheldon, Haley Peters, Olivia Nelson, Adota, Raya Marshall, Bria Hartley, Lindsay Allen, Robin Parks, Sanaya Rivers, Kariata. I hope I said that right. Diaby, Anissa Morrow, Tina Charles, and then obviously we just talked about Layla Khan's temporarily suspended contract. Um, Connecticut for me. Oh, you have an echo.
Hmm.
It might be your AirPods.
Let me see.
Okay, hold on. Let's see if we can fix it. Oh, then you're gonna hear all the background noise in her thing. Oh, it sounds like you're in a cave.
Yeah, it sounds worse.
Does it sound worse now, guys? Or better? Because now we're gonna hear all the background noise.
Can you hear me now?
See, your audio is all messed up over there. We'll limit her talking. Just kidding. They said it's better. Okay, so Connecticut, not surprised. Oh yeah, it's better. Just ditch the AirPods. AirPods, sorry, they're not working here.
Well, when you're talking, I'll just mute. Make it clear.
No. Mine's good. Yours is bad. But now it's good. Chat says it's good. Thanks, chat. All right. Okay. So. Oh, I get where you're saying the echo. So, that's why you said you'd mute it. Got it. Okay. So basically, Connecticut, not sure their identity. I don't know how you feel about Connecticut. We've already talked about it a lot. I think Marina May, Tina Charles are really going to carry Connecticut. J.C. Sheldon could have a breakout season. That's kind of pending. Meg, I know you were surprised Ryan Marshall made the roster. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, I wasn't a big fan of her at USC. I just felt like her game could use a little bit more improvement. It was just her IQ, to me, was just not the strongest. Yes, she was a good rebounder and played with a lot of heart, but I just, I felt that she was a little weaker than some of the other players. So it kind of shocked me that they're going with her. But like I said, Connecticut doesn't have an identity. Maybe they just want young, scrappy players that are really going to put it all out there. And she probably came with that to training camp. So love to see how it turns out for them.
Yeah. I feel like Connecticut's wide open, so I'm not too surprised they kept her. I feel like they're trying to find their identity, find who's going to mesh, and she probably did well in training camp. She probably clicked with a lot of these players that they wanted to keep. I'm curious to see how Anissa Morrow and Sanaya Rivers, play. We didn't get to see them in the preseason. How they're going to be worked in. Is it going to be slow? Are they going to, command a starting spot right off the bat? So those are questions I have for Connecticut, but nothing really shocking cuts-wise.
Yeah. I'm excited to see Jay Sheldon, though. She played really good preseason. I'm excited for a lot of the second-year players and how they improved in the offseason, how they come out this year. A lot of them are on teams where they can make big impacts this year. So
definitely. Let's go over to Indiana. Cuts. Bree Hall, Jillian, Ayana. I hope I said that right. Yvonne Ejim, Jalen Brown. So we have a roster of Kelsey Mitchell, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Brianna Turner, Demirs Dantes, Michaela Timpson, Caitlin Clark, Dewana Bonner, Sydney Colson. Very solid. Super happy Michaela Timpson made this roster. I loved her at Florida State. I think she's going to be a solid addition. I'm trying to look at it because I can see Indiana really just locking into their starting five a lot, not really going to the bench. But I feel like if Michaela Timpson can get in there and really show what she's made of, she can be a solid piece off the bench for Indiana. I mean, what are you kind of thinking regarding cuts in the final roster?
I think they have a solid starting five, and I think their bench is pretty strong. I mean, Lexi Hall, Sophie Cunningham, whichever maybe comes off the bench, and then Brianna Turner, Timpson. I think they all can impact. Sydney Colson. I mean, we've seen what she was able to do for the Aces in the playoffs. So, and they have one more spot open. So I'm wondering what the thoughts are there. Maybe they're thinking they don't even need that player, but. No, I think they have a solid team.
I think they reached their cap. They had to have 11. Yeah. I really thought Jalen Brown might have had a chance to make this roster, but I think it came down to their cap space. But this is a solid team. I really think I'd kind of might maybe take back my starting five, them sticking close to that. I think they have solid depth. They might. This is a really solid team. Like looking at it, looking at opening night roster, like this could have a great rotation. I don't know how far he's gonna go on his bench. You know how WNBA goes, but yeah, I'm really liking Indiana. I like them that I ranked them 4 in the preseason rankings more now, because I think they can do it. I mean, looking at this roster, do you agree?
I do. And I'm reading some of the chat. I have a different opinion about Sydney Colson. I really think that her being able to potentially get more minutes, you guys are going to be able to see a little bit more of her. But she brings a lot of energy, okay? Mm-hmm. She's not like that amazing player, mm-hmm. but she brings a lot of energy, mm-hmm. and she brings it on the defensive end a lot of times. Mm-hmm. And that's good to have coming off your bench especially if you come out kind of flat as a team, mm-hmm. to have that one person that can kind of like pick everyone up and push that tempo. Mm-hmm. I think that Sydney's going to potentially be that person. But yeah, this team, I feel like you're already seeing them gel. I've seen them doing a lot of.
Oh, we lost Meg. No! Megan, where'd you go? Oh, there's Meg. Meg decided to cut herself off.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. But I think this team is really gelling already, and so I'm excited to see them play.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Like you said, I like Sydney Colson. I think she's a great veteran experience. I think with the free agency signings, they got the veteran experience they need, and I think that's going to help them throughout the season and going through those trials and tribulations and help them in playoffs. A lot of playoff experience on this team. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go over to New York. Cuts. They didn't really cut anyone crazy. Caitlin Davis, Liana Odom, Esmery. I said that wrong. Martinez. Solid. I mean, New York's solid. They didn't have to do much. Kennedy Burke, Natasha Cloud, Markeisha Davis, Leona Fibich, Rebecca Gardner, Isabel Harrison, Sabrina Marine, John Quayle, Niara, Jalen, Brianna Stewart. Love that Jalen Sherrod made this roster. We all know the heart Jalen Sherrod brings to a team. Love to see it. I already talked about how they went out and got Natasha Cloud. Great signing for them. A two-way guard, which is what they needed. People not made fun of them, but criticized their defense in the backcourt. So I'm glad they went and got Natasha Cloud. I'm sure she's way happier here than Connecticut. So happy for her. New York is just a solid lineup. I love Fibich. I really think she's going to have a good season. Hopefully going to be in that starting lineup. I know they like Kennedy Burke, though. She's been in the starting lineup for preseason with Fibich gone. Any surprises? Curious to see how Rebecca Gardner comes back from the major injury, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, I feel like they're returning a lot of the same team that they ran with last year, and Natasha Cloud, in my opinion, is just an upgrade. I like Vandersloot, but she just wasn't getting it done consistently, and I think Cloud will be able to do that for them. And everywhere is saying Sabrina is about to have a year. So if you guys drafted her for fantasy,
I know, I did.
I hope that's true for you guys, because I think I grabbed her in one league.
Yeah.
In my last league, that's why I asked to draft again, guys.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But no, I really think New York is going to always compete. They're a good team. Rebecca Gardner, I really liked her in Chicago, and I thought she was going to be a great player before she got hurt. So I'm excited to see if she can be that player. She's scrappy. I mean, she's small, but she's a great defender. She's able to stretch the floor. She can run the floor really well, finish. So I'm really excited to see how she's able to fit in and contribute to this team.
Yeah, definitely. I know I was trying to read these comments while you were talking. You guys are going fast. I can't keep up. Someone talked about New York gained a lot of offense, but they lost defense with Kayla Thornton and Benijah. I agree. No, I was talking more about the guard spot. They had Courtney Vandersloot and Sabrina. They were getting burnt, okay, a couple years ago on the defensive end. I'm just happy they got Natasha Cloud, who's good on the defensive end, and she's a point guard. Fibich is still there, big guard. Obviously, you're not going to place Benijah and Kayla Thornton, but Natasha Cloud helped them in the Courtney Vandersloot era.
Especially Benijah, because Benijah was a big factor
That's a bummer.
On the offensive end as well. Like, not only was she a great defender, but there were games where she was the reason why they were able to pull out that win. So we'll definitely need to see someone else be able to do that for them.
Mm-hmm, definitely. New York solid, good depth, good starting five. Love to see it. So let's go over to Washington ending the Eastern Conference. So the cuts were JoJo Lacey, Morgan Jones, Khadijah Cave, Lauren Jensen, Zay Green, Ashton Pretzel. The final roster: Shakira Austin, Sug Sutton, Sika Kone, Jade Melbourne, Georgia Amore, Brittany Sykes, Emily Anxler, Sonia Citron, Aaliyah Edwards, Stephanie Dolson, Lucy Olson, Kiki Iriafin. So, man, Georgia Amore's a bummer because they have to keep her on roster because she got hurt during training camp. Lucy Olson made this roster. I love it. I'm so happy she made it. I think she's going to be a great addition, especially now that they don't have Georgia Amore. Sure, she probably might not have going to be a starter, but depth off the bench. You guys know Washington deals with a lot of injuries for some weird reason every season. So it's kind of like a next man up here. So I'm glad she's going to have a chance to showcase what she's got. But I mean, what are you thinking about Washington?
Yeah, I love that they were able to keep a lot of rookies. But yeah, this team is going to be young. So I feel like there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for them to get over, a lot of adjusting to do. But I feel like they have a solid team. And as long as they can stay injury free, I think they'll be a good fight.
I really like Washington. I know you and Brooke were down on Washington in our preseason rankings, but I think they have a lot of talent. They're bringing back a lot of the players from last season anyways, so they already have kind of a gel. Obviously, new coaching staff and all of that. And then, the rookies they drafted. But they drafted some really good rookies that I think, already. Like Sonia Citron. I really am high on her this season. I think she can give Paige and Dominique a run for their money for Rookie of the Year. I don't think it's going to be a layup. I think it's going to be a tight race. She has a lot of opportunity. Big guard, can play both sides of the floor. And then she's going to pair well with Brittany Sykes. If Brittany Sykes can stay healthy, I've been saying it all preseason, I really think she can have a great season. She's a dominant scorer. She can play on the defensive end. And then you guys know their bigs. They're stacked with their bigs. If they can stay healthy, I really think the depth of their big spot is going to help them out. I know they're still dealing with injury. I believe Shakira Austin is going to be playing. Dang, Megan. Megan keeps cutting herself out this stream. But I know she is going to, Shakira Austin is going to be cleared to play. So, I don't know where Megan went. Dang, she's killing me. I'm going to read your questions while Megan decides how to figure out her camera situation. Emily Anxler improved into a real pro. She would kill on a playoff team energy role. I agree. I love Emily Anxler. I'm glad she got a chance with Washington last season. I feel like it helped her out a lot. For people to actually see like the talent she has. I feel like we saw it in Louisville. Loved her in Louisville. I thought she was going to have a good role play in the WNBA. But then she got cut, and then injuries happened, and it kind of worked out in her favor, in my opinion. Did I miss them talking about the West? I'm a Dallas fan. No, we haven't gotten to the West yet. I'm trying to give Megan time to fix her camera. Let's see. Could have been Van Loo. Wait, what? Could have been Van Loo. Sorry, I don't know what he meant. I think Washington won the draft, and it just sucks that Amore is out. I was looking for Mystics to be at least exciting. No, I agree with you. I'm so bummed Amore got hurt. I was hoping, that the news was fake, but it was not fake. Heartbreaking, right? But Washington, they killed the draft. I love it for them. Love Emily Angster. I agree. May get back. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Shiggy ripped my fantasy team. Okay, that's a different video. Shakira Austin is out tonight. Dang! Why did it say she was probable? That sucks. I'm bummed. Aaliyah Edwards is also out. Let's see. What's up? Shakira Austin and Aaliyah Edwards are both out tonight. I know, it's a bummer. I was really high on Aaliyah Edwards coming into the season. Hopefully she can get back sooner than later and just have a healthy season. All right, Megan's back. Megan, what do you keep doing? Pressing buttons over there?
I don't know what's going on, honestly. I
Oh my
I see
gosh.
you. I see you fine. I see us both fine. And when you tell me I'm gone, I don't even know I'm gone.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, whatever. We're done. We just talked about Washington. I answered some questions in the chat. So let's move on to the Western Conference before Megan decides to leave us again. Dallas Wings, baby. They cut Herbert Harrigan, Mackenzie Forbes, Aaron Vonleh, Madison Scott, Maya Yamamoto, and Joyner Holmes. I think the most surprising cut for me is not Vonleh. Madison Scott. I was not Vonleh. Most surprising one is Madison Scott for me. I really liked her in Ole Miss. I thought she was going to be a good piece for them. But they do keep JJ Quinterly. Their final roster is Melissa Smith, Hines Allen, Kalia Charles, Paige Beckers, Isaiah James, JJ Quinterly, McCowan. Louisa. I'm sorry, I'm not going to butcher your last name on that one. Maddie Segrist, Dejanay Carrington, Enrique, and Ty Harris. What do you think? Are you surprised about the Madison Scott one? Cut?
I am, but I'm excited about this team. They're young, and I think they're about to run this floor.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is probably the one team that I'm most excited to see them play. Honestly, like I'm really excited for the regular season for them because I know we did our ranking video the other day, but if any team could potentially shock everyone, it could be this team.
Mm-hmm. What about the Madison Scott cut though? Because you were high on Madison Scott.
I was, but I just feel like the players, like Maddie, JJ, Isaiah, like I feel like they just earned it. They just outworked her. I mean, we saw in the preseason games, like we were shocked how well they were actually playing hard. Like, I mean, it sucks, but I don't think Madison Scott's gone. She'll get picked up. I think, there's a couple players that could easily get that contract to help another team, if not this team. But
I am curious why they cut Madison Scott. I don't think they have the best depth at the big spot, and they're stacked in the guard area.
Who would you have cut to keep her?
And that's a great question because I like you said, I feel like it was those bubble players that are guards, but that's a different position.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad JJ Quinterly made this team. I think she showed out in preseason. She showed what she could do. I didn't have any worry Isaiah James was gonna not make it. I think I just assumed she was gonna make this team. She's a great player. But yeah, I am concerned with the depth. I feel like
the bigs.
Like I guess they're gonna categorize Maddie Segrist as a big. But that's not like her game. She's more like a what? Like a 3? Like she's not going to be down, I mean, she could play it. I'm not saying that she's not. But Madison Scott is kind of like that different. Like I guess you could put her at a 4, maybe 5, but I was bummed when they did cut her. But I think you're right. I think she could get other opportunities depending on, injuries throughout the season. But yeah, Dallas is stacked in the guard spot. They're not going to be short of guards. I'm just concerned about the big depth. Would you agree, or you're not as concerned?
I feel like they're going to be running this floor. That I think that was a strategy to get forwards and not really I mean, I know they got McCowan, who's like a true center, but I just think that's just the strategy of their gameplay this year. I really feel like they're going to push tempo a lot and be running up and down the floor.
Yeah, and I feel like Madison Scott could have did that with them, though. McCown's a true center. They're kind of going away from that, that true center, aspect of the game, I believe. And if they want to run and gun, I feel like Madison Scott could have definitely been solid right there. But it's okay. She'll probably get another opportunity at some point in the season. I don't think we're going to hear the last of her. Any other comments on Dallas?
No comments on Dallas, but we got jokes in the chat room.
What happened? Who said what?
Just like your software issues, your fantasy teams are going to crash.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, you'll be surprised what I can do with my teams.
Oh my god!
I hope you're in my league, Eric.
Yeah. No, yeah. Someone asked what we're streaming on. It's Streamlabs. I don't know why it keeps kicking Meg out. I don't know what's wrong with it. But let's go over to Golden State. They cut Cheyenne Sellers, Mamina Torre, Elisa. Man, why are all these complicated? Kunin, Caitlin Chen, Chloe Bibby, Leticia Meher. I don't even I'm wearing this Valkyrie shirt. I get it. I'm going to their home opener. But Golden State, what are you doing, dude? Like, I don't even think you know what you're doing. Like, are you confused? First of all, how does Amir drop like 20 points in a preseason game and you cut her the next day? What? You have, oh my, like, the Valkyrie are so frustrating. And Meg, I want to give you more, like, time to talk on the Valkyrie because this is your team. Like, I feel like I'm emotionally supporting you. Maybe Brooke. I don't know if Brooke flopped to Valkyrie, but, I mean, this has to be frustrating.
Yeah, like, our draft was a complete waste.
Waste, yes.
It was a waste. Like, you drafted these players to just cut them. It was like, for what? Like, we need to be taking our draft serious, and those should have been players that you honestly thought could make this team. So I'm just like, I needed to make sense. So best believe that if I'm able to yell at this coach, I will. If the GM shows up, if any of them show up, I will be putting my opinion out there. Don't you worry.
No, yeah, I just don't understand the final roster. I mean, like, I don't even think they did well in their expansion draft. We don't even know because we don't know who was protected and all that. But, like, there's just certain things, like, why do we have Van Loo coming off the bench? I mean, how many times in a video are you guys gonna hear me say it? I'll keep saying it until Van Loo's starting because this is ridiculous. But this roster, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I said it. I think they're gonna be last in the league. Megan and Brooke are delusional and think
I gotta have hope. It's still my team.
That's just hope.
I'm trying to ride with them as best as possible, guys. But they are making it frustrating and hard to do so. I mean, seriously. But I just hope they can come out and surprise us all.
Yeah. Someone said, who's starting for Van Loo? They have Veronica Burton starting over Van Loo. Crazy. Anyways, yeah, no, I'm more upset that Amia here got cut. I feel like she showed what she could do in the preseason. She balled out and you cut her. That's just it's like real mind-blowing because, like, this is your first season. You want to keep younger players. You want to keep players that are, like, out there like a dog. And I feel like we just settled. We just said, okay, this is good enough. I said we. I'm not claiming this. Hold on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they just settled and was like, we're gonna tank. No, honestly. Realistically, Megan, how many games is this team winning?
5.
You know what's crazy? When I said 3, you were like, that's absurd. And then you said 10 or whatever, and now it's 5. See? I knew my prediction wasn't horrible. Like, I knew you were being horrible. Dramatic.
Because, I mean, I do think that this year, a lot of the teams, except for, I mean, obviously we already talked about it. Connecticut, Mystics, and Valkyries give us the most, like, what are they doing? Are they going to be ready? Are they going to be competitive? But the rest of the league looks solid. Like, they really made a lot of moves to make a lot of these teams strong. Yeah. So I think fighting for playoffs is going to be really tough this year. I'm just hoping that these 3 bottom teams that we know don't have really an identity yet really show us something. Because they all have potential. Yeah. But we just have to see. A lot of things changes, too, with injuries. So.
And I hope – I think Amia here, even if someone on Golden State gets hurt, I don't think Amia here is coming back here. But they messed up. This is disappointing. I feel like they could have did more. Honestly, I get that it's their first – season, but I just don't think they went about it the right way. I hope the other expansion teams are taking note because just don't do it like this because I don't even know. Like, we're going to see tonight rotation and how it's going to go and vibe. We'll know a lot after tonight. I know everyone's like, don't overreact over the first week, but I think we're going to know. We're going to know a lot after tonight.
I will say this, just count us out for the Commissioner Cup because I think our second, third game already starts that. Yeah. Count us out.
Dude, y'all are fighting for the first pick. What are you talking about? Don't even talk about winning nothing. That's crazy. Okay, enough of Golden State. They're upsetting me. Let's go to Vegas. So Vegas cut Jordan Jenkins, Harmony Turner, Queen Egbo, Deja Kelly. I'm bummed for Deja Kelly. Another balled out and got cut. That's a bummer to me. Obviously, they couldn't cut KB, guys. We talk about it all the time. Her contract was protected, so if they were to cut her, they would have had to pay her money. So you might as well stick her on the roster. But I'm bummed. I know they kept Crystal Bradford because their depth at the big spot, non-existent. Gustafson's hurt. indefinitely. Cheyenne Parker-Tice, I'm pretty sure, is done for the season. I think they came out with it officially yesterday due to the pregnancy. So our depth is lacking. So I understand why they had to go away from Deja Kelly, because they needed to focus on this season, and we need a big. Crystal Bradford's there. Obviously, Kitley's there, but they said they want to bring her back slow. Who knows? It probably is going to be a rough first half of the season, and then the second season, maybe she gets, her legs back under her. So I am kind of concerned. It's always the bench depth, and especially with the big spot for the Aces. So that is my concern. What are you thinking, Meg?
But let's not be surprised here, guys. We know how Becky coaches. She rarely goes deep in her bench anyways. So she's going to be riding that starting five and maybe one other person, maybe two other people. Yeah. So although it's, we talk about it every year how Aces don't have a bench, I don't think it's going to change. I still think Aces are going to be super competitive. But like you said, I think the only reason Deja got cut is they just needed
the big
player. They needed some type of depth there. So
that's the only reason. If they could have cut KB, they would have, but they can't. They needed the big. They had to make the decision, the business decision, unfortunately. I think that, the guard depth is good, though. I mean, we loved Aaliyah Nye in the preseason. I mean, Tiffany Mitchell's a vet. Curious to see how Dana Evans, if she, flourishes this season with Vegas. But, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Vegas always finds a way, though, somehow. But, yeah, very bummed Deja Kelly got cut. I feel like she had enough on her resume for the preseason, did enough to make the team. But we're just going to have to double down and say, hey, they needed a big. They had to make the tough decision, and that's why they went with cutting her, unfortunately. Agreed? All right, let's go over to LA Sparks. Whoo-wee! Now, this is spicy. Okay, they cut Alyssa Utsby, Aneli Malley, Liatu King, Ari McDonald. I can't. A moment of silence for Ari McDonald. I understand they're stacked in the guard category. I get it. But, man, you had to do Ari McDonald like that? You couldn't have kept her over Alman? I know, Meg, you know more about Alman, but, she hasn't been around. I swear she was out for personal issues. Was that, fake news? Didn't she say she was out for the season? Someone fact check that. I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere. So I'm a little confused on that. And I want to go back because when we said Emma Cannon might make this team, someone said, you guys are tripping. Look who's on the team. Emma Cannon. She always finds a way, people. I don't know.
She brings energy. Some teams need to have players like that. She's one of those players. But you know what I was thinking? I'm like, I hope it wasn't one of those things where they're like, okay, well, I talk about it every year how Odyssey Sim never makes a team. For some odd reason, she's never on a team, but then she's always on the team later in the season and does really, really good for them. And I wonder if it came down to Ari or Odyssey, because that would be sad, because I preach about how Odyssey deserves to make a team, but for it to be maybe at Ari's expense hurts me.
This is sad. No, Odyssey Sims deserve to make this team. I know everyone's upset about Emma Canning. I see it in the chats. You guys, she always finds a way to make a team. I don't know what to tell you. Some people have the magic. Some people have the juice. Cutting Ari McDonald is crazy. I don't think. When's the last time Alman's played in the WNBA? I feel like she's always out for some reason. I'm curious. Why? Does anyone have answers on that? Why they kept her over Ari? Because I need to know them. That's the only thing I would say about this roster. Otherwise, I love this roster. Odyssey Sims, Sanaya Fagan, Rakia Jackson, Dearica Hamby, Kelsey Plum, Ray Burrell, Sarah Ashley Barker, Alman, Russell, Brink, Stevens, Cannon.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they forget what she did for this organization.
Who?
She was
Ari?
For a long, she was their main scorer, doing a lot of great things for them. But I'll say this about LA. I am happy that they gave Sarah Ashley and Sanaya Fagan a chance because, and I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the video of them telling them. So they acted like, oh, they're going to get cut. And then, so that I like to see that kind of video. I like to see that they get a chance and their dreams come true.
Yeah. But I will say everyone's talking about how LA has about 300 bigs on their team. Yeah, I don't get why they did that as well. Curious, because why are you cutting Ari McDonald? But hey, we're here. LA, I like what LA is doing. Maybe, and I won't be surprised if LA plays their guards and sticks with the three of them. All three that they have. And they're like, you're playing 40. No, I'm just playing. But like, so yeah, Julie did not practice all preseason. Oh, did not play all preseason, but she did practice. Oh, she was out last year for personal reasons. But I swear I saw something else this season where she wasn't going to play. Anyways, it is what it is. We don't know what goes on in training camp, who's meshing with who's, playing the hardest, clicking with the team, yada, yada. So, and it's a new coach. You have to take that into consideration as well. So, Almond's playing at the end of the season, they said. Fee Bitch is a game time decision. Just got an alert for you guys that are keeping track of that. Someone said I jinxed it and said that LA was keeping Cannon. Sorry, my bad for you LA fans. Any other comments on LA? Ari McDonald will be on a team somewhere, so I wouldn't worry about that. She's too good. Okay, let's go over.
Hey, there's quite a few teams that still need point guards that could use her, so
definitely
she'll be somewhere. She'll pop up.
Golden State Valkyrie? No, I'm just playing this. Bro, Valkyrie, man. Okay, Minnesota cut a bunch of people because they had a lot of people in training camp. But the one that broke my heart, Grace Berger. Someone give my girl Grace Berger a chance. Bro, why? I just don't understand. I think she's a great player. This is ridiculous. Golden State? No, I'm just saying. Every player is going to go to Golden State, right? Final roster, Diamond Miller, Natisha Heidman, Bridget Carlton, Kosu, Smith, Williams, Shepard, McBride, Baudian, Collier, Peely, Samuelson. I'm so surprised Grace Berger got cut. Are you sad about that, or you're kind of over it?
I am sad. We always liked Grace. We liked watching her in college. But am I surprised? Not really. I look at their roster and I'm like, yeah.
I mean, she wouldn't have played a lot with Minnesota. She needs to go to a team that she's going to have an opportunity to show. Because she went to Indiana.
This just wasn't the fit for her.
She went to Indiana. That wasn't a good fit. They had all these people in front of her. Then she goes to Minnesota. Same scenario. She needs to go to Connecticut or something.
The other person that kind of like I'm just sad because I just wanted to see them play when they got out of college in the W is Kristen Williams, but then she got hurt. Didn't really get a chance with. I think she got drafted with Mystics. Didn't really get a chance there. She was hurt, and then I thought, okay, she might get a chance here, but it's hard to make teams, guys. It's really hard.
It is. Hopefully the expansion teams, help fix that problem. But I mean, Minnesota basically has the same roster as last season. They get Jessica Shepard back, which they're probably thankful for. And then they add Carly Samuelson, which I said was a great pickup, kind of similar to a Bridget Carlton. I like Minnesota's roster. The only issue is they're dealing with injuries really early in the season, which is kind of concerning. Not sure what's going on over there, but I mean, get it out the way right now. So you're ready for it's a long season. We have more games this year. So any other comments on Minnesota? Minnesota's short. Minnesota, New York, short.
I think someone earlier in the chat was questioning what's going on with McBride, but I wouldn't be too concerned with that.
They said personal, I think.
Yeah, it was personal, but I mean, preseason, especially for someone like McBride, and you have a big roster of training camp people, I don't think she would have played a lot anyway. So I think they just pretty much allowed her to take care of whatever's going on. So, but I wouldn't be concerned. I feel like she'll be back. So
I think they ruled her out the first game, right?
Yeah.
Her and Alana Smith. Okay, let's go over to Phoenix because Phoenix, what are you doing as well? I don't think Phoenix knows what they're doing. First of all, okay, they cut, whatever. But Celeste Taylor, there's no way you cut Celeste Taylor. There's just no way. This is the same. She played for you last season. I think she did a great job for Phoenix last season. And you just cut her. Just said, bye, see you later. That one really made me upset. Like, come on now. She's scrappy. And Phoenix, you don't have anyone. I mean, come on, outside of your starting five maybe? I don't know. What are you thinking about that, Meg?
Yeah, a little confusing. There's a couple players that we haven't really got to see play much. Alexis Prince, Lexi Helt. So, I mean, it's hard to say. We like Celeste Taylor. We've watched her play. So I feel like that's just our opinion. Like, we're going to lean to the players that we kind of know.
Mm-hmm.
But, it'll be interesting to see how these players that we're not super familiar with, how that all turns out. But, yeah, I mean, they really only have a solid starting. It's hard to even say starting five.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it plays out. I am happy to see the other sister, Westbell's sister.
Oh, yeah. She did make
made the team. So that'll be a fun little matchup when they play each other, how that goes. But
yeah. Phoenix is another one where it's like, like, what are you doing? What's your identity? What are you trying to do? Obviously, they're in a win now because they made all these free agency moves. But it's a big three, and like, maybe, okay, hear me out. Maybe they cut Celeste Taylor. They wanted to go with more experienced people around the big three, people that have played overseas and did all these things. Maybe that's why. I mean, you named a couple of names that you said we haven't seen in a while but have been around. So, I mean, maybe that's their approach.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know, but that's where I'm leaning.
All I know is if Brooke was on here, she would have roasted Phoenix already. Brooke is Phoenix's number one hater.
She better be careful of that X Factor, man. They'll come at you.
Heck yeah, have you guys ever been to a Phoenix game? They're popping. Phoenix games are popping. They got a strong fan base.
They got their chants and everything. It's lit over there.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how the big three can handle the season with the team on their back. Obviously, very talented big three. Just a lot of questions here with Phoenix. I just wanted to point out Celeste Taylor,
This is a team that needs a point guard.
Who?
McDonald. There's a lot of players that could come on.
Dude, Amir. Okay, I know Amir's not a point guard, but they could use Amir. All these people that got cut, Phoenix could use.
Yeah, a lot of the good players
Phoenix
could go right here to this roster and actually start.
Yeah, Phoenix needs to pick up that phone. We need to make some additional cuts, honestly. Okay, let's finish it off with the Seattle Storm. They cut Madison Connor, Jordan Hobbs, Brianna Frazier, Mackenzie Holmes, Serena Sundell. I had high hopes for you, Serena Sundell. Bummer. This was going to be a hard roster to make. Mackenzie Holmes was a bummer, too. I feel like she had a great college career, but not a good situation for her. You have NECA. You have Ezzy. They drafted Dominique Malunga. I mean, come on. It was going to be hard for Mackenzie Holmes to make this roster, right? But Serena Sundell was kind of bummed. I'm actually surprised that Cook made this roster a little bit. I mean, what are you kind of thinking?
I feel like she's been putting in the work, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I follow her a lot on social media, and I think that's just what it came down to, is that maybe she was just putting in a ton of work this off season and was just able to outshine.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when you look at this team, like, they a true point guard only. I mean, I know that Skylar's probably going to play point and have that ball in her hands majority of the time.
Yep.
But Cook is like their only other, Erica Wheeler.
That's veteran experience. That's what it is.
But I just feel like, they just need a little more guard play with their bigs, but and guard play as in people that can handle the ball. But
no, that's why I keep saying Skylar Diggins is going to have a phenomenal season.
Yeah.
She's gonna have the best guard. Oh yeah. She is going to be the best guard on this team. Obviously they traded for Lexi Brown, just a 3-point threat. But their bigs are solid, man. I mean, it's going to be hard to score in the paint on Seattle. Like, this is going to be tough. The guard situation a little shaky. I mean, I am concerned for the guards. That's why I said Skylar Diggins is going to have a great season on Seattle, because it's going to be her with, like you said, the ball is going to be in her hands all the time. It's going to be her show. She's going to be running it. And she's just going to be facilitating and scoring a lot, in my opinion. Curious to see how they play Dominique Malunga. Are they going to start her? Is she going to come off the bench? Is she going to be playing next to Ezzy? Like, what is it going to be? This is the most intriguing to me for Seattle.
Hey, give it time. I really see it being starting five being Skylar, Gabby, and then Ezzy, Dominique, and NECA.
Dude, that would be tough.
Tell me that's not scary. A scary starting five.
That's great. That's all defense. That's who's scoring. Who's scoring on that defense? That's all defensive team right there. That's crazy. Seattle could be scary. If Dominique pans out, obviously, I think people have too high expectations for her. Like, I think in 5 years she's going to be phenomenal. But I feel like give her grace in this first season. But if she like skyrockets real fast, bro, Seattle's going to be so scary. Like, this is.
I see someone's like NECA at 35 is not playing the 3. She doesn't need to. Ezzy and Dominique can be those forwards and step out that NECA doesn't even need to play the 3. They can keep her as a smaller 5. It would work out.
What the heck? That's crazy. I don't think
Worse than Raya Marshall. Okay, you're tripping.
What?
Malonga is worse than Raya Marshall on defense.
Okay.
I don't think so.
We're getting a little crazy now.
I saw some film. I don't think so.
Oh my god.
I'll have to. I don't know. I guess I got to see it in person. Let me see it in person and get back to you on that one.
He said on defense.
I seen some defensive clips of Parker's play for say. I don't know. I'd have to see it.
I know. I gotta see it too. I don't know. What is she like 6'6"?
Hey, send us the film.
Send us the film in the Discord. But I mean, Seattle is curious. All these teams are intriguing. A lot of free agent moves. Just a lot of questions. New coaches, new teams. I mean, new players on new teams. We're going to get a lot of answers this week. Someone said in our Discord, don't overreact in the first week. I would agree with you. Give them some time.
Huh? Or overreact, drop them so people like me can pick them up.
Oh my god. Now you're going into fantasy. I'm talking about for each team. Let them all, figure it out and start vibing. But I feel like you're gonna get a lot of answers through the weekend of just seeing the team, seeing what the coaches have a vision for their team. But yeah, I mean that was our reactions to the cuts and final rosters. Let me just switch out of here. Did you guys have any other questions before we log off? Because we're going to the Valkyries game in about 2 hours. We're about to drive out there, and I know the game's late, guys, but we got to be there for doors open. As a Sparks fan, I welcome Malonga hate. That's crazy. Lexi Brown. I know Lexi Brown is a question mark because of, the illness she's dealing with. Hopefully, she has it figured out for this season, but we'll see. Their inside game is good. Skylar's a dog, and she's hungry. I agree with you. I'm telling you, Skylar Diggs is going to have a great season. Let's see. Do y'all have a TikTok? We do have a TikTok. We just posted our first skit, bro. Let us know if you want us to do more skits, because that was, we think, when you think you're funny with your friends and stuff, and then you're like, well, I don't know if anyone else will think we're funny. Let us know. But it's at the Brooks Bench. It's all of our social media is the Brooks Bench. Should I watch Dallas or Mystics?
I'm tuning into Dallas before the Valkyries game.
Yeah, me too. We got our portable chargers ready to watch the whole game. Caleb McBride, what's up with that? I don't know. There hasn't been a lot of speculation of what the personal out is for. Malonga's 10 times better than Raya purely. But purely on defense, Raya is currently better. Oh, okay. I don't know. I gotta see. Ezzy for Defensive Player of the Year this year. Okay. I don't know. I gotta see it because Malonga might take that shine from her. Yeah, those are the best videos. When you think you're funnier than what other people think you are. Is that what you're talking about? Because I agree with you. Because you just bust up to yourself like, yeah, we're funny. Love the skits. Thank you. I hope y'all have fun. I hope we have fun too. I'm going to have fun because I'm there to cheer on Kelsey Plum. So I'm going to have fun. Brooke and Megan, I don't know if they're going to have as much fun as I will. Do more Golden State Valkyrie trash talk. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Cam, Defensive Player of the Year, 2027 to 2030. Okay, I see it. Let's see. Who do you think is starting 5 for the Sparks for tonight? I think Underdog put their projected lineup, but obviously Kelsey Plum, Markia Jackson, De'Erica. Who else? Who else are you thinking, Meg?
Sorry, who'd you say? De'Erica, Kelsey Plum, Markia.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Odyssey Sims.
Interesting.
And then, they might go Stevens.
I know. They might go Azure over... Yeah, no. It'll probably be Azure. But Rakia, De'Erica, yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe no, because if they have Kelsey Plum run point, then it's probably going to be like Burrell, because they put Burrell at 2, unless they have Odyssey Sims run point and Plum is 2. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with that. Sims off the bench because Julie's hurt. That's true too. That is true. What 5 teams don't make the playoffs in your opinion? Valkyrie, Connecticut, Washington. Ooh. This is where I'm torn. Those 3 are locked. They're not making it. Oh my god. I feel like I'm going to get flamed if I say Dallas.
It's not gonna be Dallas.
Okay, what are your 5? You haven't even come up with one. There's no way, because like Indiana's gonna make it.
Washington, Connecticut, Chicago, Valkyrie. What am I at? I need one more.
You're at 4.
Phoenix.
Wow, Phoenix is not gonna make playoffs. That's crazy. I don't know if Dallas is gonna make it. I'm like real serious about that. I'm concerned. Oh man, wait, the chat went. I feel like nope, I don't see any more. I don't see any questions. Oh my god, you guys went so fast. I'm reading the wrong ones. Preseason they had Ray Burrell over. Atlanta? Yeah, I think Atlanta is also on that bubble like they are every year. What do you think, Meg? No, Meg's high on Atlanta this year.
I think Atlanta I really do think Atlanta could do some things this year.
Interesting. Okay. Someone said Valkyrie, Mercury, Wings, Mystic, Sun. Yeah, I think that's possible.
I think the Wings are gonna surprise you guys. Just make sure you guys all remember this day, May 16th. It's 10:24 Pacific time. Megan called it.
They're between the ranks of 6 to 10. That's where there's a big question mark of how everyone is going to be, I think, in my opinion. Because 11 to 13, you already know. And 1 to 5, I feel like you already know, right? 1 to 5 is probably making playoffs for sure. 11 to 13 that we ranked in our preseason rankings, they're out. There's probably no chance. But that 6 to 10 rank, big question mark. Who will disappoint most player and team-wise? Who will disappoint most? Based on expectation, I feel like Phoenix, because I feel like everyone's calling Phoenix a super team. Player-wise, I would have to pick someone from Indiana because I feel like, hear me out, it's going to be between Bonner and Howard that I feel like you guys are going to be disappointed with. Because you're used to them being on teams where they're ball dominant and they can score. And I feel like people are going to have that same expectation for them, but I think their roles are going to be different on Indiana. What do you think, Meg?
So this is because I've seen everywhere everyone saying that she's going to be most improved player.
Who?
Camila Cardoso.
Cardoso?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't think she's going to live up to that hype that you guys are saying she's going to have this year.
Interesting.
But we'll have to see.
Interesting. What about the team that's going to disappoint? You don't have a team? You muted yourself.
Obviously, Valkyries are going to disappoint me, but...
Oh my god, no, the people have expectation for.
You know what? This is hard to say, but there is a chance that LA.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a chance.
That would be heartbreaking for sure. Someone said they had Jewel Lloyd disappointing them this season. I can see that. I didn't really like the preseason look from her because so many other players from the Aces were stepping up. So I agree with that one. Let's see. You think Fever only really having AB as a true 5 will hurt them if she gets in foul trouble? No, because I said I like Michaela Timpson. Like, I really think, well, they have Dantas as well, which they really like because they protected her, right? But I think Michaela Timpson can really, prove something. I don't know. I just have this feeling. What about you, May?
Let me see. If she gets in foul trouble, I don't know. I still think they're okay. I mean, Brianna Turner, she's all right. I can see them playing small ball.
Yeah.
And going a lot of guard play.
Someone said Bonner Howard's stats will go down with high usage. Caitlin Clark, yes, that's what I think as well. Sleeper team to be top 5 all season. I think my prediction's crazy because you guys would be like, you're tripping. I really like LA. Everyone has LA ranked like 9-10. I think if LA pans out like what they look like on paper, there we go. Everyone's probably gonna be like, you're tripping. Maybe. But I like Kelsey Plum, so. Meg?
I gotta stick with Dallas. I really think they're gonna shock people.
That's right. You are high on Dallas. Let's see. Any other questions? I think Atlanta would be a sleeper if JC didn't get hurt. Atlanta's intriguing. I'm not high on Atlanta.
That's why I think if Jordan Canada can come back and get over this knee injury here,
yeah,
man, that I said it last year. I thought Jordan Canada just being healthy, like old Jordan, LA Jordan Canada came over.
Yeah,
man, this could be a tough team.
Well, the thing is, I didn't have Atlanta as a sleeper in my rankings though. They were top 6, so I can't consider them a sleeper for me because I already had them like top 6. So them being in my top 5 wouldn't be that high of a jump. So that's why I said LA, because LA was 9 in my preseason rankings. So I think that's why I went with LA. And you went with Dallas because Dallas was ranked, what, like 7 for you? Or maybe 8? I don't remember what you break down. What did you guys think about the GM survey? It aligned
Brooke liked it.
It aligned with all of my preseason predictions, so I loved it. It was great. All of the awards, I think, were all of my predictions, so I obviously agreed with it.
I think they're one of the ones that said most improved Camilla, huh? I think it was.
No,
who'd they say?
I think didn't they put Maddie Segrist? Oh, maybe I'm tripping on that. That might have been I might have made that up. I'll try to see if I can find that one. Someone said Maddie Segrist most improved though, and I said that's a good one. I like that one. Who do you have winning tomorrow's games? Who's playing? I'm so focused on this Valkyrie game today. Let's see if I can find that most improved one. Oh, I gotta go to the actual article. I thought it was on Instagram. Who do you think is most overrated player? I think it's Bonner. Well, I just said, I wouldn't say overrated. I think, what's the word? The expectations for her in Indiana aren't going to match up to what she has done in the past because she has a different role in Indiana. So, maybe that's why it is. Maddie most improved sounds good to me. I think it's a good prediction. I don't know where I saw that from. Meg, I don't know if you were looking up the GM survey or not.
No, I'm not looking at the full one, but some of the surveys are crazy. Like,
read them.
Like, okay, so if you were starting a franchise today and could sign any player in the WNBA, who would it be?
I'm sure they said Caitlin Clark. I was just
shocked how low Asia is. 33%.
Who was one? Clark?
Clark, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But, let me see. Who has the best basketball IQ? Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, that's easy. I would say that as well.
Which player do you want taking the last shot with the game on the line?
That one said Chelsea Gray, yeah. That's crazy. But she is clutch. She's clutch. Tell me who's going to win these games, Meg. Aces versus New York. Phoebich is game time decision, so we don't know if they'll have Phoebich.
I'm gonna have to go. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go Aces.
I'm going Aces because I'm an Aces fan. Duh. Just kidding. Fever versus Sky.
Fever.
Same. Storm versus Mercury. I have Storm. I don't care.
I'm gonna go Mercury.
Wow. If you lose this bet, I get to dump water on your head. No. Olivia Nelson-Ododa or Ray Burrell is my pick for most improved. Love the Nelson-Ododa one because I feel like no one's really talking about her, but she has a clear path in Connecticut. Chelsea hits 83% of clutch time shots in her playoff career. Exactly. Clutch time. It's Chelsea Gray time, baby. Let's see. How do you start a team with Clark over Wilson? That's crazy. Hey, that's a GM, I guess. Aces over New York, Fever over Sky, Storm over Mercury. I agree with you. Meg, where did you hoop at, Meg?
Pennsylvania, East Coast, Division II. I went to a couple different colleges.
What school's the name? Oh,
I went to Gannon University and then to Mansfield University. So smaller D2 schools.
I'm not from the East Coast, so lovely. Picking the Mercury over the Storm after the way they played in Skylar's face is crazy. I know. Megan's a hater. I'll always side with Skylar Diggins.
I gotta be different. That's the only way sometimes,
Oh my god. Megan likes Alyssa Thomas, that's why.
Yeah, I do. I like Satu too, and I like Kalia Copper.
I like them too, but I think I like Seattle better.
Hey, they can easily go crazy. You never
know.
I
like Seattle better. There's just no way.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch Seattle play. Meg, what position did you play?
Guard.
She's small. Just kidding. Yeah, okay. Got the point guard on my fantasy team in the 4th round. They didn't watch and rivaled. I agree with you. I snagged her as well. I think 4th or 5th round. Actually, probably 5th. I think I got her in the 5th. All right, guys. Oh, wait. Does anyone else in here have a channel or TikTok I can follow? Just us. No, I'm just saying. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning into our live. This was a one time that we had today off and could go live with you because we're going to the Valkyries game. So we
hold on real quick. What's I do want to rate Tu's team. What league are you in?
Oh yeah, to comment what league you're in. Y'all should come out with podcast shirts. The thing is, I'm not that creative. I need like a creative designer or something. That would be a good idea though. Because like we need a fan base name. Like we're the Brooks bench, but I don't know, is the bench warmers like copyrighted? Patent pending? No, I'm just saying. Because the only right answer I feel like for our fan base is the bench warmers. We're all watching from the bench. We're all commenting from the bench. We're all bench warmers in an aspect, right?
Oh, it's your only Cloud, Courtney Williams, Asia, Aaliyah Boston, Angel.
That's solid. You have Asia and Angel.
Yeah.
Your guards are weak though.
I feel like the thing with Courtney Williams and Cloud is that there's times where they're not super consistent fantasy wise.
Yeah.
They might make big contributions like on the floor that don't transition over to fantasy points.
Yeah.
So that's where I would like to see like who your backup guards are. But Asia and Angel are going to get you that. And then Aaliyah Boston, obviously same thing. We got to see how the dynamics work in Fever because they brought a lot of scorers onto that team. So it might be hard to get the fantasy relevance that she had before.
I know Benchwarmers was a movie. That's why I asked if it was copyrighted. Like, can we use that? Can we use that slogan? I mean, it is what it is. But is that all, Meg?
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much. We have to get ready for the game. We're about to leave here soon. We're going to vlog the Valkyrie game, so hopefully, I don't know when I'll get that video out, but hopefully it's probably on TikTok. It'll probably be easier that way. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. We appreciate your guys' support. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, and we will be back sometime next week. Peace, guys.